So hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. So in last two videos we have seen how to install the Python and how the data types are there inside my Python. Now today in this video we are talking about some more details about our data types that we called as typecasting, and the second thing we will be also focusing on what are the precedents. Okay, so let's start with this. So first of all we have typecasting. Now, what is typecasting? So, typecasting is a method where we are from data type 1 to data type 2. When we move our data from data type 1 to data type 2, this process of moving from data from one data type to another data type is called as typecasting, where we are changing the type of our data. Okay, and this can be done in multiple ways. Some In some cases, this is done implicitly, and in some cases, it is done explicit. Okay, what is implicit and what is explicit? Implicit means when my Python automatically do the type conversion based on their need. Whenever it sees that we are in need of any type of type conversion, it automatically does that. Second, when we do the explicit type complete, when my Python is not able to do the type casting, then we manually do the typecasting that we called as explicit typecasting. Let's go to our Jupyter notebook and see how this implicit and explicit typecasting works. Okay, so this is my Jupyter notebook which is already open. I am taking a new notebook and naming it as third. Okay, so now let's see how the typecasting works. We also know that in our previous video that when a is equal to 5, this is an integer, and if I take b is equal to 2.2, this becomes a float. Let's see how it is happening. I am printing a and also I am printing b. Along with that, I also print type of a, and here I also print type of B. Let's run this code. I can clearly see A having the type as int and the output is 5, where B is at the type float and output as 2.2. Okay, now here I am taking C is equal to A plus B. C is equal to A plus B. This is I am taking, and now I am printing the type of C and also printing C. Okay, now let's run this code. Now you can see the type of C is float and the sum is 7.2. Okay, so you might be saying yes, the integer and float is actually getting added together and this is our result. Yes, this is correct, but in any arithmetic operation, whatever the arithmetic operation is happening, any arithmetic operation is going on like plus, minus, multiply, divide, this can only be done on similar type of data. Okay, if your data type is similar, then only it is happening. But in our case, the data type are not similar. One is our int data type and other is our float data type, which is not happening together. Hence, the Python code implicitly converts this int into float and add these two data. Now you must have wondered why it not getting converted, or not, it's not converting float into this int. Why int is only converted into float? That can also be done. So here comes a concept of precedence that we called as precedence. What is this precedence? Precedence is the type, or we can say that it is a way to express the priority. which is having high priority and which is having low priority. If I talk about the bool data type that we called as boolean is the lowest priority. Okay, so if we write it like this, here I will write bool, then followed by my integer, and then followed by my float, and then followed by the complex numbers, and then what is up to this? Then we have string. The highest priority is given to a string. Okay, this is my precedence star where the boolean is the lowest precedence and integer, float, complex, and then having the higher precedence than their lower one. Okay, how this precedence works? For example, anything is in the int, that is 2, and anything in the float, that is 4.2. So if I see here 2 and here 4.2, if I convert this 4.2 into int, what will happen? This out of this 4.2 only 4 will be taken and the data zero point 0.2 will be removed. Hence this we called as the loss of data. The data will be lost here. Okay, this is why we say that the lower, if we are going to convert any data from a higher precedence to a lower precedence, there is loss of data. That's why this cannot be done implicitly, because my Python does not want to do any type of loss of your data. Okay, so it automatically does the conversion in higher precedence. If 2 is there and then I convert it into 2.0, there is no problem. 2.0 is also same, 2 is also same, the value, the face value will be same in both of the cases. Hence this is called the implicit conversion. Okay, now how explicit conversion is being carried out? So in case of explicit conversion we have to do it manually. And how we have to do it manually? For example, I am taking my float as 4.6. Okay, then I am taking C where I am storing this integer. So I will write here int, and in bracket I will write f, and then print f, print C. I will also print the type of C, print type C, and also print type of F. Okay, now let's run this. Here you can see I have 4.6 in float and it is 4 is printed, class float is there and class int is there. So my Python says that if you want to convert any data from a higher precedence to a lower precedence, you can do it. I will not restrict you that you can't do it, but any type of losses is your responsibility. I'm not responsible. Yes, that is correct. In this case, the Python is not responsible for the loss of this zero point 0.6. Okay, but in bigger mathematical calculation, this zero point 0.6 is very, very important. Okay, that's why in case of Python, the explicit conversion is not there. Okay, but one more thing. Now, in most of the cases, now you must be thinking why we need an explicit data conversion, that implicit data conversion is there and it is very good and there is no requirement. Yes, why we need this? Because sometimes we have some data in my string, for example 2.54 is there and this is in a string format. Okay, so if I print s and c print type of s, and let's see. So 2.4 is correctly printed, but it is a type of string. We cannot use any type of mathematical operations on it. Okay, so to use any type of mathematical operations in it, we have to convert it into a mathematical conversion or a numerical data format. To convert it into the numerical data format, what I will do? I will take x is equal to float of s. Okay, now if I print x and I print s, both will look same, but if I print type of x and at the same time if I print type of s and if I run this, you can see type of x is in a float and type of s is in string format. So this is quite interesting. Now, if I do x plus 1, I will take y is equal to x plus 1, and here I will take p is equal to s plus 1. Okay, and then I will say print y, and also I will say print p. And if I run this, see, can only concatenate string, not int. So this s plus 1 is not possible, but this x plus 1 is possible because that is a data type. So if I remove this part and then run this, yes, it is perfectly working. It becomes 3.4. Earlier it is 2.4, then it's become 3.4. So this is a way of converting the data from one data type to another data type, and this is why it is required. And I also explained the precedence and how the precedence works, how the data is defined by things, how everything works. Okay, so that's it for this session. We hope you understand it. Any doubts, anything will be welcomed in the comments. Please do like this video, comment if you have anything, share with your friends, and do subscribe for more such interesting videos and knowledgeable videos. Thank you very much.